Hey there guys, what is going on? Today we've got some very exciting news in the Call of Duty community. We have received the roadmap and the patch notes for Call of Duty Cold War and Warzone Season 2, which is all very exciting. There's a load of stuff that we do have to cover here today. So we're just going to run some gameplay in the background, pretty standard stuff of course, and you're going to listen to my voice talking about what is coming in Season 2. Just before we do get into all the Season 2 news and stuff like that, make sure you do hit that subscribe button with those notifications turned on. I do very much appreciate it, and it does very much help me out. We are, of course, looking for 5,000 subscribers very soon, and of course 10,000 by the end of the year. So if you could help me out, that would be absolutely massive. So let's just jump straight into our Season 2 news here, because there's a lot of stuff to cover. This is pretty cool. There's a lot of news in this particular update. Alrighty, so we will start over on the left here in Warzone. A dark wave approaches Verdansk, which is of course very exciting. I imagine they're going to be adding like new points of interest and stuff like that, and we will probably end up reading more about that in just a second. I believe there's a boat that's going to dock in the dock somewhere, so that's all very exciting. In multiplayer, we are receiving 3 new things. Basically, we're getting Apocalypse 6v6, which is very cool. That is going to be looking very nice. Jungle style map, which is very sweet. In season, we're going to be getting Golova, which is a new multi-team map. We are a little bit short of 6v6 content here, which is a little unfortunate, but we'll have to wait and see if they do end up bringing more maps in the mid-season update, as well as Mansion for a gunfight map, which is all very exciting. And then we are getting new Warzone modes as well in Resurgence Extreme. I'm not really sure what that means, but again, we'll probably find out more about that in a second. And we're getting Exfiltration as well. New score streak in Death Machine, which is mid-season, which is very exciting. And we are getting Gun Game and Stockpile as well. It's new multiplayer modes. Gun Game always very cool. On the right hand side here, we're getting a new Zombies experience, which is Outbreak, which does look very cool. We're also getting the Cold War Zombies Outbreak Challenge event, which will probably end up giving us like lots of guns and skins and stuff like that. So keep an eye out on the 25th. And then we're getting new weapons as well, which is what I really do care about. This is my jam here. We are actually getting 6 new weapons in Season 2, which is ridiculously cool. Starting off with the Farah 83, which I believe is the Galil, which is going to be a relatively slow-firing assault rifle with pretty good damage and really easy to control recoil from what we have seen of the Galil in the past. We're also getting the LC-10, which is very reminiscent of something like the Scorpion from previous Black Ops games. Essentially, it is just a smaller SMG, sort of pocket style. You run around, sprint everywhere, blast people away. So hopefully that will be very good, and hopefully we do see some good stuff out of both of those weapons. We're also receiving 2 melee weapons. We're receiving the Machete, which is very cool. Always good to have new melee weapons. They're just something a little bit interesting. And then in the middle of the season, we're getting the E-Tool, which is a very cool looking shovel. Also in the middle of the season, we're getting the R1 Shadow Hunter, which is a crossbow, boys. I mean, I'm always torn on whether they should add crossbows to this game. If they wanted to add a crossbow, they probably should just add it at the start. Like, it's just kind of a gimmicky weapon, and to sort of receive it in the middle of an update feels kind of bad because it takes the place of another weapon that could be in. But I mean, it's always good to receive new stuff, and we'll definitely be covering pretty much everything that is in this update soon. And the last thing we're also getting here is the ZRG 20mm, which is a brand new sniper, which is always, again, very exciting. Boys love new guns in this game, so we'll be covering all of that. So make sure you do subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the class setups for any of these weapons. We are also receiving new reactive blueprints, which mean the skins and other parts of the weapon are going to do things, which is all very cool. We're also receiving new operators as well. Naga Maxis. Ooh, Maxis is going to be a Oh, that's pretty cool. We're also receiving new prestige levels, which is very standard, and as well as battle pass stuff with regular content, like all the skins, all the weapons, all the characters and skins and stuff like that as well. So reading through more of this blog post, which we will leave in the description as well, the Farah 83, again, this fully automatic assault rifle is a heavyweight among its peers, as it claims one of the fastest fire rates in class. Okay, well, we were wrong immediately. And outstanding effective damage range with good damage. This is a good weapon, apparently. This is going to be one of the better assault rifles I can see here. Like, I thought it was going to be slow firing, but apparently it's got one of the fastest fire rates in class and good damage, so we'll have to wait and see. The LC-10 SMG is, again, a very well-rounded full auto submachine gun. It grants the CQB operators the ability to stretch out fights with the mid-range, and a smaller agile platform with which you can sprint around everywhere and get those sights up nice and quickly. Apparently its damage per shot is on the lower end of the SMG spectrum, but it does feature an above average fire rate and low recoil, so this is going to be an absolute laser beam that sort of spits out bullets. It's going to be a little bit of a pea shooter, but it's going to be easy for us to get kills with this thing. The Machete, of course, is going to be very cool as well. Just swinging that thing around. There's not really much more to say about this. It is just a sword, as well as the E-Tool. These are always going to be fairly similar. You just bonk people on the head with them. It's very cool. The Shadow Hunter, the crossbow, we're going to get some cool stuff with this. Like, there's going to be some very, very interesting things. It's going to be weird to have 2 crossbows in Warzone, but it is what it is. And then, of course, the ZRG 20mm sniper, which is in season, built for sharpshooters who need to power down enemies straight away at very long ranges. We can get a one-shot kill to the head, chest, and shoulders in exchange for a pretty slow fire rate, and its reload speeds are among the fastest in the category, which is actually very, very exciting. So we can take on multiple people with one magazine. We are, as I said, getting the Outbreak experience, which seems very, very interesting. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on here. It is sort of like the new Zombies experience. It sort of continues the Dark Aether story, which is very, very cool. So keep an eye out for this, because there's a lot of stuff to go with this. We're not going to go over all the zombie stuff, because I mean, there's too much to cover here. And again, lots of new zombie stuff to cover. New field upgrade in Frenzied Guard, which is very cool. A new ammo mod, which is Shatter Blast, which means we can just blow stuff up, which is sweet. Also getting new skills and tiers as well. And as I said, 4 new multiplayer maps as well. We are getting Apocalypse, which is cool. A layout jungle based in the heart of the Golden Triangle. Apocalypse, very, very sweet. Small to medium sized map is built for aggressive operators. It does look very sweet from the screenshots that I have seen already. And as I said, we're also getting the new Mansion gunfight map, which is very cool as well. Ooh, Miami Strike. Rise and shine, Miami, because soon it will be time to infiltrate Open Park Drive during the day. Oh, ooh, day Miami. That is one of the big problems with Miami, that it is very dark and you can't see anything. So having Miami be in the day is actually kind of cool. I don't really think this classifies as a new map overall, but it's probably going to feel completely different to the other one. But I mean, still, we could probably end up seeing a new map at some point. Again, Gun Game as well is appearing in the launch week, which is very, very exciting. If you don't know how Gun Game works, basically you start off with a weapon, you progress through all the weapons until you get the last one, which I believe is usually a melee weapon. And if you get the melee weapon kill, you win the game. There's also apparently a multi-team version of Hardpoint with 10 squads of 4 running around, sprinting everywhere, trying to capture the hardpoint, which is very, very interesting. I have no idea what that's going to be like, but that sounds very, very cool. We are, as usual, getting that new score streak as well, which is the Death Machine, which is a big minigun. You sprint around everywhere, blast people down. Hopefully this doesn't have spawn protection, which would be very, very nice. Of course, as I mentioned earlier, we are getting new points of interest in Verdansk, which is very, very exciting. We're getting lots of stuff. There was a boat, apparently, that last sighted off the coast of Rebirth Island, so it is, of course, going towards... It's going towards Warzone, it's going towards Verdansk, which is very, very cool. There's not really much else to say here. We're getting new underground stuff, but other than that, there isn't too much detail here. There is a lot of content that's all very, very exciting. I would like to see at least one more multiplayer map, but I mean, we can't ask for everything. We are getting like 6 new guns, which is very, very exciting. So if you did enjoy this one, make sure you do hit that subscribe button with those notifications turned on. I'd very much appreciate it, and it does very much help me out. We are looking for 10K by the end of the year, so do help me in achieving that goal. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!